phrase a Moffat moment. I would really like to know what you think a Moffat moment is.
I haven't the faintest idea. My entire life, I presume. What is meant by a Moffat moment?
A Moffat moment generally is meant when you've done something in the script that everybody goes, oh God, it's a Moffat moment.
Well, that's not an answer.
Okay.
You say a Moffat moment is something that people call a Moffat moment.
Okay. The sunglasses are a Moffat moment.
Why are the sunglasses a Moffat moment?
Everybody hates the sunglasses.
Do they?
It's a Moffat
Well, might I make a few proposals here? Every child with a pair of glasses is now doctors. You no longer have to go and buy an expensive toy, which you can do here. You can use an old pair of sunglasses. Every celebrity swanning into a party, thinking they're looking cool in the shades, is cosplaying Doctor Who. We are simultaneously rendering an eye defect as a superpower and tricking the pomposity of uber celebrities, and you're against that, aren't you? You are wrong. And I'm actually,
Peter, you actually mentioned...
So everybody hates the sunglasses? Nobody bloody hates the sunglasses. You hate the sunglasses because you're on the side of those uber celebrities and you want to
Come and sit down.
You want to sit down?
How would you like to sit?
I don't want to break in.
No, yeah,
I've just come to translate. Are you Scottish? No, you're not. Hello. I thought it'd be nice because I've only got a panel by myself and I thought it'd be nice to say hello.
How are you, Sylvester? Panel by himself, you've got this too.
We've got hands.
Traditional Akubra chat. We've got a question from the gentleman over there in the TARDIS t-shirt. What would you like to ask, mate?
Special powers.
Howdy, folks.
Hello, I'm Tim. I'm from Melbourne. Welcome to Australia, and happy birthday this week, Stephen. So basically, birthday. My question is, cliffhangers are such a special part of Doctor Who. Before your involvement, what would be your favourite cliffhanger and why?
Favourite cliffhanger from the old series?
Yeah.
I rather liked the one in the Horror of Fang Rock. So this is one for the hardcore, the rest of you can go through.
Yeah, beautiful.
Horror of Fang Rock, where Tom Baker says, I thought I was locking a creature out, but I was locking it in with us. And it's brilliant because they turn what is really a kind of massive plot hole into, and the Doctor's biggest mistake, into a riveting, exciting cliffhanger. So I like that one. I thought it was great. And also Tom Baker just nails it so wonderful. Nails it.
Peter?
I love the end of Dalek's Invasion Earth, episode first. Oh no! Well, there's so many cliffhangers that but the last episode of Frontier in Space, which is a fabulous episode, when the Doctor is the Master says he's got some old friends he'd like the Doctor to meet, and of course they are the Daleks. And the Doctor gets shot and he stumbles into the TARDIS and he puts his hand on the TARDIS control panel and Joe says, what are you doing? He says, telepathic circuits. I'm trying to contact the Time Lords. And he falls over.
Can I ask you, Ingrid, because you're known in the show, friends, family, people you bump into, are they constantly pumping you for information about the show? Tell me what's going on, tell me what's happening in the next series. What have you filmed yet? Do you have to maintain a sort of, it's in the vault, you can't tell?
Yeah, I've got a couple of friends, particularly LA, Can you say that? Can you hear it? I think you can. Maybe I'll just. Oh, thank you very much. So thank you.
That's why I'm here.
Thank you. No, I had a couple of friends who are very into Doctor Who, and so they think this is all amazing that I'm doing it, as they keep telling me, reminds me how lucky I am. And they do pump me for information like, I'm good at keeping stum, because it's just not worth it. It's just not worth revealing. I'd be terrified. We go up on the train to Cardiff, and some actors tend to learn lines on, in transport whenever they can. And so on the train up to Cardiff, I always read the scripts, and I'm terrified that someone's going to look over my shoulder. And so I sort of sit like that and contort myself into various positions, because I just would hate to let anything to get out. So no, that's a really long-winded way of saying that I'm very good at keeping secrets.
Yeah. I like it. It's quite a secretive answer. Well done, Ingrid. Now, I've just been told in my ear, Sylvester, if there's anything you want to say to these lovely people, you also have an appointment outside. You're in a Time Lord sort of sense. You were meant to be in two places at once. They need you outside of a signing desk.
Oh my God. No, I just signed.
That's why I'm in this one.
Yeah, they're just trying to get rid of me because I gate crashed this.
Oh, okay.
I know when I'm not wanted.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, Sylvester McCoy.
Thank you. It's the only way I get to see you, because we're in different places all over the place. Hello, darling. Here's your microphone.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. Bye.
Microphone over on this side. What's your question?
My name is Nicholas Joy. I live in Melbourne, and my question is for the Doctor. What was the funniest time in the TARDIS for you?
The funniest time in the TARDIS for you, Doctor?
Funniest time? It's not very funny in there, but it's very wonderful. I mean, the thing is, the TARDIS is somewhere that I think the crew loves working on the TARDIS. And every time we have TARDIS days, everybody gets very excited, and it feels very much like coming home. And I have a little corner in there where I sit and try and learn my lines. And even if we're not filming on the TARDIS set, I will go into the TARDIS and sit there with a cup of coffee and do my lines, which feels, it's one of the great privileges of being Doctor Who. But yes,
It's not a bad little office, is it?
It's a great office.
When were you first shown the TARDIS? Who introduced you to?
Jenna showed me the TARDIS because I came down to do the regeneration, which was a very sort of weird sort of day because they were in the middle of filming Matt's last episode, and this strange bloke turns up who everybody knows is going to have a substantial part in the show, but nobody really has met him, and I don't know where to go, and I don't know who to say hello to or where to stand. So they kept me away from the set as much as possible. But when I arrived the day before I shot it, and I went to the studio, and I'd met Jenna before, and she said, well, come and I'll show you, there's nobody on the TARDIS just now, come and have a look at it. So that was really, really nice. So she was the first person that showed me around there.
Fantastic. We're going to take a question from the microphone over there, and after that, in this microphone over here, I'm going to take a question from Jack Jorgensen. So I need Jack Jorgensen to make himself known. Where are you, Jack? Jack's over there. So I'm going to go over and take questions. I'll take this question from you there, because there's a microphone near you there now. I'll get this gentleman to ask a question. Then I'm going to go and talk to my good friend Jack. So fire away, sir. What's your question?
G'day, my name's Jacob, I'm from Sydney.
Hello, Jacob.
Two quick questions. Peter, can you write us an episode? And then Moffat, can you write Eccleston back into the show?
Sorry, who? And by the way, it's Stephen. What? Moffat. Everyone in my family is called Moffat. It'd be very confusing. Right, who back into the show?
Christopher Eccleston. Even for one episode.
Yeah. He's sitting here.
Hello!
You're dressed as Matt Smith and you're trying to sack Peter Capaldi.
No, I want both at the same
Go
time.
home to your mum and dad and say, look, those manners you mentioned.
Yeah, great.
Jesus.
I'm not really, I'm very lucky to work with such a hugely gifted writer as Stephen and the other writers on the show, such as Mark. And I had a go at writing, but I never really felt I was a natural. I did it because I wanted to explore filmmaking. I mean, it's one of the wonderful things about Doctor Who fandom, I think, is that there's a huge level of creativity. People, make little films and they draw and they paint and they make music. And I was sort of part of that. I've always had a kind of ethos of having a go at things. So I did have a go at writing, little films and bits and pieces. But it was such murder. I mean, I hated it so much. And I thought, it really was, I wasn't so good at it, that it was worth all of this pain. So it's not something that I choose to do or want to pursue, especially when we're surrounded by so many wonderful writers. You may have a slight sense here that I'm padding this question out, which I am a little bit. Ingrid, now, if you were to...
It's all good, Peter. I found my friend Jack. That was
Okay. All right, okay.
A round of applause for that wonderful answer. Fantastic answer. I tracked